welcome back to Helsingborg, Sweden, the IPF 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships, and we are just about to get underway with the 84 and 84 plus M1 women. It is day 4 here. The rains have rolled in, but the action is heating up inside. And our first lifter this morning, Jodie Foxon from Republic of South Africa. And of course, none of this is possible without support of our great sponsors, Alico, who just continually raise the bar. Uplift, bringing quality coaches and athletes together all around the world. And of course, SBD. The reason you see everyone wearing them here at the competitions is because they are just that good. And we are just about to get underway, just sorting out a few little technical issues. And of course, more action on platform 2 as well. They'll have the Masters 1 under 72 women as well. So a very, very big day of action here as well. And of course, no World Championship would be complete if I didn't tell you how important the Alico waffle iron was. Alico, the early beginnings, making electrical appliances like waffle irons and toasters. And their waffle irons are absolutely legendary. And what's legendary about it is the pattern on their knurling on the bar and on their new bench is actually the waffle pattern was inspired by their waffle irons. And of course, who wouldn't want to have an Alico waffle iron in their kitchen? Waking up on a Sunday morning, getting yourself a couple of Alico waffles, throwing some maple syrup on there. And of course, the Swedish love their waffles as well. They even have a National Waffle Day. And I'm sure Alico roll out the waffle iron for that one as well. So we'll have 2 groups in this session. We'll have the 84 kilo women, and then we'll roll straight into the 84 plus. So Jodie Foxon, Republic of South Africa, 102.5 to start her campaign. And here she comes now. And wearing that patented SBD belt that everyone talks so much about. Their patented buckle making life a lot easier for athletes. Good depth. It was a bit slow, but she gets the job done. And got those nerves out of the way now. Emma Keeley from Ireland now. $120 kilograms. So it should be a fairly comfortable opening lift. Depth is good. And that should be a good lift. And it is with 3 white lights. Pia Volkanen from Finland, 125. The current world record, I think, is 206 kilos, I think. We'll have a look and see if we can find that out. I'm probably not going to give it too much of a nudge today. So 125 for Pia Volkanen. It looks pretty solid, and she looks pretty happy with that. And gets the 3 white lights. Anna the Jaw from New Zealand, 125. So 125 kilos, well under her best lift. Gets in nice and deep, lifts that head up. And gets that one on the board. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 135. Is equal to her personal best. And handles that very, very well. And a job well done on an opening squat. Very smooth opening squat. Sinks into the hole, bounces it back out very nicely. Hilda Dredvik from Norway now, 140. So 10 kilos under her personal best, so shouldn't be a major issue. And 3 white lights. Jenny Sherwood, Great Britain. Looking for 140. And for 5 years competing, she's got quite a resume. A couple of national records on her CV as well. And that looks like a good opening lift. And it is. Paola Odokuzo from Great Britain now, 145. Well under her personal best. She should handle this quite well. And she does. Very fast. And just gets the one red light there from the head referee on depth. And let's have a look through the replay there. And yeah, I can see why the front referee might have gone a red on that one. But we have 3 referees for a reason. Pia Arangoni from the Republic of South Africa now, 145, so opening on her personal best.
It's a good lift. We have the same weight for Android from the United States of America.
Gets in deep. Knees popped in just a little bit there. And she gets the 3 white lights. So Frida Henel from Sweden now, 147.5. Opening on a personal best. But she hasn't been competing for a super long period of time, so the progression, particularly when you start powerlifting, is quite quick.
Now we start the second round with Olga Melnikova, Russia, 105 kilos, with Sana Yutsala.
And she has clearly made very, very good progression because that was a fantastic opening lift. Lorraine McKenna from Ireland, 147.5.
Olga Melnikova, 105 kilos.
147.5. We've got a big team here this year, and they're a great team and a great team of coaches from Ireland as well. They love what they do, and that should be a good lift, and it is. We stay at 147.5 now for Mia Ornell from Sweden. Always a great opportunity to be competing in your home country. $147.5. Put in a lot of work for an opening lift. It was smooth and it never really hesitated, but it didn't move overly fast. It seems like a lot of work for an opening lift. And I imagine it's probably just first lift nerves. Vicky Taylor-Hood from Canada now, 150. And she has had a busy week already. She's been busy out the back with other athletes all week. Very smooth opening lift. And 3 white lights. And that is all green for opening lifts. Fantastic to see. Every single lifter in the 84 kilo women have put an opening lift on the board. And this makes it a much better competition. Jodie Poxon, Republic of South Africa, going to 107.5. So just taking a 5 kilo jump. Ooh, a little bit tough through the middle there, but she gets it back to the top. And gets the job done. Emma Keeley, from Ireland, 125. Did a great open at 120. And going to 125. taking her time there. Good depth. Just have to fight for this one a little bit. It should be a good lift. And it is, it's 3 white lights. If we get to have a look at the replay, let's have a look and we'll see that she gets a really good depth, gets a bit of a bounce there, and then her hips pop up a little bit too fast, and she's sort of got to catch up a little bit. But once she catches up, she stood up very quickly. Anna De Jour from New Zealand, 132.5. And you can hear the crowd behind me. The Kiwi contingency has arrived. $132.5. Oh, it's a bit of work. Pushes those knees out, drives the hips forward. And you could see the difference there when all of a sudden she remembered all the little things she has to do. And we can see on the replay, she gets in nice and deep. And she has that moment, the knees drop in, it slows down, but as soon as she remembers all those things she has to do, knees pop out, head and chest pop up, and all of a sudden, the speed triples. Pia Volkanen from Finland, 135. That looks like a pretty solid second lift. And it is with 3 white lights. There's a lot of white lights going on that board today. Absolutely fantastic to see. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 140. So this will be a personal best for her. Her opening lift looked good, and had the privilege of seeing her lift a number of times. And she's a very powerful lifter, very determined. And a smile on her face for that one. She knows she's got it.
Yeah, that's a good lift.
Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain. So got a best lift of 153.5. So has herself a couple of records on her resume already. Oh, she just tipped forward a little bit. You can see how much it slowed her down, but she managed to muscle through that and gets it on the board. Hilda Dredvik from Norway, 147.5, just shy of her personal best. Getting focused on this one. She may have lifted this before, but she knows there's not going to be a walk in the park. And gets to the bottom. Gives it a bit of a fight there. You can see she was just starting to twist a little bit, but she managed to straighten up and she gets it on the board. Ola Okuzo from Great Britain now, 150 kilograms.
It's a good lift.
A good opener at 145. Of course, Great Britain with a fairly full team.
Followed by Sanel Nguyenke.
And boy, I don't know how she managed to rescue that one. But somehow she found the strength. She almost did a mid-pause rep. She hits the bottom, power's good, and then comes to an almost complete stop and starts again. Absolute power and gets it on the board. Pia Malangoni from Republic of South Africa, 152.5, so a very big personal best.
Sorry, no lift. It was deep enough. We have 132.5 kilo to bar for Sanel.
And you can see she really dived into the bottom there. She got good speed and good bounce, but she bounced quite hard and it just pushed her forward. Great job from the spotters. So that is our first missed lift for this session. Rita Hennel from Sweden, 155. So very, very big personal best. She opened on the personal best and now adding to it. And great work. That one slowed her down just a little bit. But it's a good lift. So we stay at 155. Lorraine McKenna from Ireland. Equal to her personal best. And a big smile on her face for that one. She knows she's got it. Very happy with that. So we stay at 155 again for Mia Ornell from Sweden.
We have 160 kilo to bar for
She's getting fired up for this one. Trying to get the crowd fired up a little bit as well. A little bit more fired up than the first one. Oh, she's fighting it. She's got to get that chest up. Somehow she managed to survive that. She gets the 3 white lights. It tipped her forward. You can see the bar. And you might be able to see it from this angle here. And you can see the bar tips her forward when her hips pop up, and usually there's no coming back from that, but somehow she managed to steady the ship. Vicky Taylor-Hood, 162.5. Some support in the crowd there. And you watch some of these lifters, they've been lifting, they've been refereeing, they've been coaching It is a tough week for some of these lifters. And it's on the board. Well done. So come back now. So we're just waiting for a board change. Jody Poxon from the Republic of South Africa now. 112.5. 112.5 kilograms to equal her personal best. Nice way to finish the squat session if she can put this one on the board. The second lift slowed her down just a little bit. And that was a little bit of work, but I think it's good. It is. She just gets the one red light from the center referee. So we have 3 referees out there, all watching from different angles and different sides. And then, of course, we have only the front angle to see here. Emma Keeley from Ireland, 130 kilograms. So 130, just under her personal best. Oh, she went very deep and very slow, but boy, she's got some strength. Didn't really get anything out of the stretch reflex on that one. That was all just brute strength on that one. Yeah, she really just muscled that up somehow. Anna Dejo, New Zealand, 137.5. Anna Dejo, 137.5. Well under her personal best. She's got to work for it. Push those knees out, but just couldn't quite lift that chest. Put in a big effort on that one. So Pia Volkanen from Finland now, 140. $140 kilograms for Pia Volkanen. Our top runners there for gold, silver and bronze in the squats. Taylor Hood, Ornell and Hennel. Canada, Sweden. Big smiles. It looks good, it is. And picking Taylor Hood pretty much has that gold medal in squats wrapped up. But Hennel and Ornell are going to fight it out for the bronze and the silver. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 145. Takes that big breath in. And gets that one all the way to the top for a very big personal best.
That's a good lift. 150 kg from the bottom.
Hilda, the Letvik, Norway, 150.
Throw next to the
150 kilograms to equal her personal best.
Dave, to the top. Go in. Go in.
Put in a bit of a fight for that one, and not quite deep enough. Have a look at the replay. And the side referee and the chief referee said not deep enough. And from this angle, I'd have to say it doesn't look deep enough. But she's been fantastic through both these squats. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain, looking for 150, so just shy of her personal best. I'm not sure what the time difference is in the UK, and I imagine her kids are being allowed to stay up and watch. Family watching back home. Paola Rakuza from Great Britain now at 152.5. So 152.5. Rakuza from Great Britain. Gets that head up, gets the chest up. You could see the speed change there. And not quite deep enough though. She put in the fight. Just as these weights are getting a little bit heavier, it's making it a little bit tougher for them. Lorraine McKenna from Ireland, 157.5. Depth is good. She's going to have to work it. And it looked better than a second. And that should be a personal best. It is. She gets a 2.5 kilo personal best. Mia Ornell from Sweden now. So this can move her up into second position for the squats. So a bit lighter than McKenna. So 157.5 would give her the silver. McKenna would take the bronze. She put in one heck of a fight, but it just wasn't there today. But she will take the bronze medal with a couple of lifters to follow. And now Pia Managona from Republic of South Africa, 157.5. So this will put her into the silver medal position. But Ornell would still So O'Neill would then drop down to 4th, and McKenna to bronze. So 157.5. Sinks it deep, a bit too deep, and you can see that bar just shift forward there. And the spotter's made the call, and I think the right call. So no lift. We go to 160 now. A free to Hanel from Sweden. So this could shift her from 4th to 2nd in the squats. It'll be a very, very big personal best. And she gets it back to the top. Doesn't seem to be phased too much by it at all. And moves up into the silver medal position. So Vicky Taylor-Hood has the gold medal in a pocket. Hanel will take the silver and McKenna the bronze. And Vicky Taylor-Hood now wants to put 170 on the board. She wants some extra kilos to start adding to that total in the end. And plenty of team support and Canadian support in the crowd. Just trying to get comfortable under the bar, once in the right position. Oh, she's had to work. Not deep enough. She certainly put in the effort for it, but it just didn't come through in the end. So we move straight to the 84 pluses now, with Bridget Lawrenson from Norway looking for 120. And of course, none other than Joe Stone-Faced Whiteley from Great Britain in this session. And Bridget Lawrenson opening with 120, well away from her personal best. And 120 is a good conservative opening lift. Yes. 3 white lights, she didn't have any problems with it. She gets it on the board. Suzanne Manninen from Finland now, 125. Well under her personal best. Wow, that was lightning fast. 3 white lights, that was a super fast lift. I cannot wait to see what she puts on by her third. Krista Sanger from Canada, 145. 145 kilograms. Well short of her personal best. puts it on the board. So Jody Reese now, USA, 160. And a personal best of 175. And a great coach watching on. Speed was good out of the bottom. She slowed just a little bit. It's one red light, but 2 is all you need. You see she slowed just a little bit there as she tipped forward, but she straightened that back up. So we go 172.5 now for Barbara Klassen from the Netherlands. One 172.5. Takes a big breath. Gets into the hole very well. A little bit shaky in the middle. I think that was more the bar path than strength. She certainly didn't seem to have any problems with it. Yeah, just a little bit wobbly through there. Joe, stone-faced Whiteley now. Great Britain. 180. She was telling me yesterday that she didn't think she really had much of a chance of doing anything, getting anything special in this field because of the competition. But if you look at the predicted totals, you know, if she follows her plan, she should go away with a podium finish. And she managed to correct there. Her right knee just sort of moved to the side a little bit, but she corrected it ever so quickly. I'll have a look at the replay there. You can see her right knee just pops in at the bottom. She pushed it straight back out though. Melissa Copeland now, 182.5. Some of these coaches in this last week have been very, very busy. He's one of the great American coaches watching on there. I've seen him out with athletes in nearly every single session. And tomorrow he'll be refereeing as well. Technique was good, line was good. It looked a little tougher than I think she was expecting. The look on her face sort of said, "Oh, that was a little heavy." But now she's got that one out of the road. Everything should start feeling better. Bridget Lawrenson from Norway, 135. One, 3, 5. Oh, she's had to work in the middle. Well, that nearly stopped her, but she somehow muscled through that stick and gets it there. Suzanne Manninen from Finland now. 140 kilograms, just shy of her personal best. 140 kilograms. And it was just as fast as her first one, but not deep enough. Just getting pulled up on depth there. Let's have a look at the replay and see what we can see. Yeah, it just pulled up a little bit shy there. Krista Sanger, Canada, 155. That depth looked good, but she's having to work. Gets it to the top. Should be good. It is. She gets 2 white lights. She gets 1 red there, which I think was for possibly bar. Not quite sure what they picked up on that. Aha, yep, the feet. So just as she got to the top, picked up a rock on the feet, and that's why we have 3 referees. Jodie Reese now 170. Opened with 160. And again, a fast lift. Just hits that bottom. Bounces out, but just not getting deep enough on that. Just pulling up a little bit shy there. Barbara Klaassen now 180 from the Netherlands. This will equal her personal best. 180 kilograms. And there are a lot of 84 kilo men that would like to be doing this squat.
South Africa. South has lifted.
That was a very, very well executed squat. What do the refs think? They agree. Great technique. She kept that head up and that chest up the whole way through. Never faltered from that technique. Jo Whiteley, Great Britain, looking for 190. The stone face accountant from Great Britain. And she's got 7 years experience and quite the CV. You hear those cues coming. Oh, she's going to fight it. What a fighter. How on earth did she rescue that? And if we have a look at the replay, you can see the bar drives her forward, her chest drops. And her hips pop up. How she rescued that, I do not know. Absolute strength and absolute heart. Melissa Copeland now from the USA, 192.5. Melissa Copeland, well under her personal best. just a bit too much. Great job from the spotters there. And Joe Whiteley's put in a 195 for her third. So 190 was tough, but the 195 is a special one. That'll be a European record if she can put that on the board. And she's in a pretty good position to have a crack at it. Bridget Lawrenson at Norway, 145. Looking for a personal best to finish her squat session. She's putting in the fight. The depth looked good from this angle. And she gets it on the board. Suzanne Lananen from Finland now. 145. So this will be a personal best for her. Depth is good, speed is good. Wow, fantastic. She missed a 140 on the second, just smokes 145. Got that depth sorted out on that one. So Krista Sanger, 157.5. $157.5, just shy of a best lift of 160. Puts in the fight. Was it too hard? What do the referees say? It's on the board. Jody Reese, USA. $170 kilograms. And if Jo Whiteley can put on a 195, she can go home with a gold medal in the squats. And that extra few kilos is going to go a long way at the end. So 170 now for Jody Reese. That looked a lot better than a second. And she gets it on the board. And if you're watching the heavier weight classes, the 105s, 120, 120 plus men, 84 plus women, depth is probably one of the toughest things for them. Because when you start to build that size and that muscle, you know, the mobility in the leg between the hip there becomes a lot more difficult. Barbara Klassen from the Netherlands now, 185. $185 kilograms for a personal best. And she gets it. And that will temporarily put her into silver medal position for the squats. So right now, Melissa Copeland from the USA missed 192.5, now having another crack.
Following 1 minute, Scotland, USA. 425 pounds.
Large medal for Emma Magoni from Great Britain.
Melissa Copeland, USA, 192.5. Well under her personal best. She missed this on her second attempt. And gets that breath in, sinks in, and it's just a little bit too heavy. Great job from the spotters again, catching that. So Joe Whiteley now 195, and I believe this will be a European record. And that's why she went the 195, not the 192.5. She now has the gold medal in the squats. Even without this lift, she has the gold medal in the squats. So she's got a bit of a free opportunity to take a stab at the record. She's got a couple of little technique issues that have plagued her in the first two lifts. But even with that, the 190 didn't seem to overly challenge her, even when it pushed her forward. She needs to get that head up a bit, get that chest up. And she's going to fight it. She's fighting it. Chest comes up. She's got it on the board. It should be a good lift, I think. It is 2-1, and that was the one she wanted. And that is going to go a long, long way at the end of this round. So don't go too far away. In 10 minutes' time, we are going to be right back here to watch these ladies battle it out in the bench press. welcome back to what is turning in to be a super exciting session. The 84s and the 84 pluses. The squats have been outstanding. There's been some fantastic little fights. We've seen Joe Whiteley, of course, came into this thinking, you know what, I'm just going to give it everything and have some fun. She's just walked away with a gold medal in the squats in the 84 pluses and put herself in a position to even challenge for maybe an overall gold medal. We'll see how she goes. But right now we've got the 84s. Pia Marangoni from the Republic of South Africa with 52.5 kilos to open her bench. The current world record, 136 and a half.
85 kilo on the bar.
So a super strong field. And when you're in a field like this, it is tough to get anywhere. And there have been some outstanding performances, and we're only just warming up.
We need you.
Just sorting out a few quick technical issues. You see the chief referee over there having a chat to the athlete, and I'm pretty sure just explaining to the chief referee that she has a slight hearing problem. So what will happen is, if that's the case, the chief referee will actually stand up and give either louder signals, or depending on the problem, she might even give hand signals. And all the referees here in the IPF especially designed to make sure every single athlete can compete on an equal playing field. So we've got 52 and a half on the bar, and Pia Marangoni just getting ready, and bar is loaded. We're ready for it. Let's see what she can do on her bench. 50 kilograms. So she'll get set. You can hear that extra loud command. And she gets it on the board, and you can see Pia just turning around and acknowledging a thank you to the chief referee. I think she could hear that really well. And sometimes, I mean, it's hard in these venues. There's announcers, there's two platforms going. It can get a little bit overwhelming when you get out there on the platform, and that having that conversation beforehand and just letting the referees know that, I need that extra loud command makes a big difference. Lorraine McKenna, 57 and a half now from Ireland. She's already smiling. The Irish team certainly have a great bond. You go out the back when they're warming up, and they're all there supporting each other. They always seem to be laughing as well. And that should be a good lift. It is 57 and a half. Jodie Poxon, Republic of South Africa, 57 and a half.
Sarah Lighton, Canada. This is for gold.
57.5 kilograms. And it's a tough one. She had to put in a little bit of a fight there for an opening lift, but it goes on the board. Emma Keeley from Ireland, 67.5. $67.5 kilograms, and opening on a personal best. Gets those shoulders in. See, she's sticking that chest up.
This will be a gold lift.
And that was a good opening lift. It's on 3 white lights. Rolla Rakuzo now from Great Britain.
We'll take a 20 minutes break before we start with the day.
So 70 kilo opener. And another good opening lift there. Smooth all the way through. So we'll put 75 kilos on the bar now for Jenny Sherwood. Coached by none other than the great James Brinkett Smith. Great man and a great coach. And she's having a great performance. Training at a peak barbell in Newark in the UK. And she is having an absolute blinder today. I imagine her kids will be allowed to stay up to watch this. And it's a good lift. It's on the board. And Anna Dejo from New Zealand, 75 kilograms. And just having a quick chat with the head spotter. This is what I want. It's one of my personal little philosophies with all my athletes on bench. Is tell the spotter what you want. And my other one is to be adaptable, because you're not getting a handout from your regular training partner or from your coach. A little bit of hesitation off the chest, but smooth all the way through. And she puts that one on the board. Vicky Taylor-Hood, looking for 80 kilograms now. And she had an outstanding morning on squats. Again, giving those instructions. So looking for 80 kilograms. Just shy of her personal best. And a good opening press there. Very, very smooth. Christina Grimstrad Nordstrand from Norway, 80 kilograms. She's a fantastic lifter, has a great fight, and clearly one of the best Norwegian names in this flight. And there's that fight she's got. Mia Volkanen from Finland now, 82.5. It's that big breath. And a good opening press. You might get a side view on the replay. Just have a look at that bar path. Just look from this angle that she shot forward just a fraction and then corrected. Let's have a look at the replay. Yep, nice bar path, came backwards very well. Mia Ornell from Sweden, 82.5. Well under her personal best, so should be a quite comfortable opening lift. Oh, she jumped the command a little bit with a bit of hesitation and lost all the tightness there. Just got a little bit of excitement off the start. So I imagine she will have no problems with that on her second attempt. You could see she jumped, pulled it back. It was minimal movement, but it was enough to lose all that tightness. Hilda Dredvik from Norway, 87.5. And she had an awkward hold, but she got it there. And she gets it on the board. She was just a little awkward on her hold, but she managed to pull it back all right. Frida Hanel from Sweden now, 92.5. Obviously, Sweden being the home country, have fielded quite a solid team in all divisions. And nice, smooth opening lift. Very, very good. Lorraine McKenna now from Ireland for 60 kilos for her second. So this will equal her personal best. Got the quick press command. That's exactly what you want. You want to get that bar to your chest and steady it as quickly as you can. And you want to get that press command as fast as possible. So Pia Marangoni now from the Republic of South Africa, 60 kilograms. She's been having a pretty good day so far. And that should be a good lift. Jodie Poxon now for 60 kilos. Republic of South Africa again.
Powerlifting, Oxford, South Africa. Friday, next week.
I'm sure the family at home in South Africa are watching this. And the kids are probably watching. And your mama's putting in the fight there, but just a little bit too much on that one. Just needs a little bit more speed off the chest. So Emma Keeley now from Ireland, 70 kilograms. This will be a personal best for her.
Powerlifting, cardio, Ireland. Rokazu, next week.
And you can see Big J in the background watching on. He's always there watching all the athletes, checking their performance. And very, very well done. That should be a good lift.
Yeah, it was,
It is 3 white lights. I'm sure the coach, Jay, just did the happy dance then. Ola Rakuza from Great Britain now, 72.5. Opened at 70. And that was a good press. And she gets the number on the board. So Jenny Sherwood now. Her coach, James Brinkett Smith, just shot me a message. They're at home watching. And he said that she looks like she's putting together her best international performance ever. So if her kids are at home watching this, I believe their names are Poppy and Lulu, your mum is doing an amazing job. So here we go, Jenny Sherwood. Great press. Equals her personal best with that one, and there is a little bit of room left in the tank as well. Anna Dejo from New Zealand now, 80 kilograms. She had a good opener at 75. Ooh, you could see as she came down there. I hope we get a replay for this one. It just looked like her whole body shifted a bit. Yeah, it looks like she started to press on it, realizing that the command hadn't come. And then, of course, you've got to somehow manage to handle that, and she just couldn't push it back again. She'll rectify that on the third, I'm sure. Mia Ornell from Sweden, 82.5. should be a good lift. It is. He gets that one on the board. And just shows just how much that technique can affect your lift. She missed her opener at the same weight and just absolutely nails her second at the same weight. Vicky Taylor-Hood now 85 kilograms. Looking for a personal best. Looking for a personal best of 85 kilograms. She's had an outstanding morning on squats. And her bench is looking on fire as well. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 85 kilograms. This will equal her best lift.
Let's do some seconds to make changes. The openings of platform 2.
And just a little bit too heavy there. The 5 kilo jump just proving to be a little too much. Pia Volkanen now from Finland, 87.5.
Time to make changes. Platform 2.
87.5. And just couldn't get the drive off the chest. Hilda Dretvik from Norway now, 90 kilograms. So a nice little 2.5 kilo jump. Just shy of her personal best. Ooh, she put a little bit crooked down the bottom there. Great take from the spotters there. She put in a fight, and just as the bar went back, they grabbed it. And she put in a real fight. The bar pushed a little bit forward, and she just couldn't bring it back and lost all that momentum. Frida Hanel from Sweden.
It's about a minute to start. Competition, platform 2. We start with Olga Melikova, followed by Sanel Yuanya.
And she puts that one on the board. So Jodie Poxon, Republic of South Africa now. 60 kilograms. This will equal her personal best. She missed this on her second. I think if she can get some drive, she has a very narrow grip. And she gave it everything she had. And she gave every little bit of effort she had. It wasn't going to happen. Lorraine McKenna, Ireland, 62 and a half. So this will be a personal best if she can put this one on the board. She's having to work for it, and it's just not going to happen. Pia Marangoni from the Republic of South Africa, 62.5. And she's going to fight this all the way to the top. It's still coming up. I think that's a good lift. It is. Now Emma Keeley from Ireland, looking for a big personal best here of 72.5 kilograms. The big blue Alico waffles on the bar. $72.5 kilograms. We get to see Coach Jay do the happy dance again. She's going to put the fight, but it's a bit too much. She gave it everything she had, though, and it was just a little bit too heavy today. But she did a great job. Ola Rakuzo from Great Britain, 75 kilograms. And the bench press is just all about getting those extra few kilos. You're not going to peg down a 20 kilo gap on the bench press, but you can chip away. And if you can get all of them on the board, you can give yourself a very, very big opportunity come the deadlifts. And she somehow managed to drive through that. The bar stopped. Yeah, I thought it might have dipped a little bit. That'll be a no lift. Let's have a look at the replay. We might not look at the replay on that one. So let's not look at the replay. Let's move straight on to Anna DeJour with 80 kilos from New Zealand. So she missed this on a second, and it looked like she'd mistimed the press call, trying to predict it, and shifted the body and then had to hold the bar back. So you mistimed the momentum. Let's see how we go this time. Well, that was a better effort, but just a little bit too heavy today. Jenny Sherwood now, 82 and a half. Now, putting this one on the board can go a very, very long way when you go into the deadlifts here. It may seem like a very small amount, 2.5 kilos, but a number of times we have seen people win or lose by 2.5 kilos. And this is where you make that up. This is where you make up those couple of kilos. Being consistent. Fight it. She's fighting it. It's still moving up. It is still going up. What a fight. It's a good lift on the board. 82.5 for a personal best. And she is ecstatic about that. We've done the happy dance. James Brinkett Smith, the coach, is probably sitting at home going, please don't do the happy dance again. Please stop with the happy dance. So Mia Ornell from Sweden, 85 kilograms. Mr. Opening lift, got it on a second. She's got that technique down pat now. It's all about the timing, the tightness. That 85 is just a little too much today. Christina Gramstad Nordstrand from Norway, 85 kilograms. Missed this on a second. It just looked like it was just a little too heavy and a little mistimed. So let's see what she's done out in the back room. And it's like she clipped the rack on the way down there, I think. And it gives a bit of a, oh shucks, on the way out. Yeah, so I think we might be able to see the replay. I think she just clipped the rack on the way down. We only have a free shot, so we'll skip the replay on that one. And we'll go straight to Pia Volkanen for 87.5 from Finland.
It's a good lift. 155 kilo on the bar for Sana Jusla.
Again, missing this on the second. Having another attempt at it. And you can see there's a lot of reds there. And it's so important to be trying to be more consistent in your bench press. And a little bit too heavy there. That 5 kilo jump, probably just a little too much. So we stayed 87.5 for Vicky Taylor-Hood, and she is having an absolutely outstanding day today. She has the bronze medal in the bench. She got the gold medal in the squats.
Changes in the second round.
And just a little too heavy there. So she'll get the bronze medal in the squats though. And Hilda Vertvik from Norway with 90 kilos. She'll take home the silver medal in the bench. And of course, Frida Hanel from Sweden will take home the gold medal in the bench.
Leslie stay now for 167.5 kilo. It's loaded for you, Leslie.
90 kilograms, missed it on a second. Can she get it on her third? That's more like it. That's more like it. Gets it on the board. And now 100 kilos for Frida Hanel from Sweden. This will be a big, big personal best. And that 100 kilo nemesis. Here she comes. The crowd wants her to get this. The spotters are cheering her on. She already has the gold medal in the bench. Wants the 100 kilos though. Came off her chest fast, but then just came to a complete stop. She gave it everything she had though, and it was certainly worth trying for. Only 3 greens in the third lifts on bench. Will it come down to those 2.5 kilos at the end of this? But right now we move straight to the 84 pluses. And the world record here, 143. And right now, Suzanne Maninen from Finland looking for 65 kilograms. She had a super, super fast squat. Let's see what her bench is like. And it's just as fast. Bridget Lawrenson from Norway, 77.5. Very smooth, great opening lift. That is exactly what you want an opening bench press to look like. Barbara Klaassen from the Netherlands, 77.5. That's a good opening lift. It's on there. 3 white lights. Krista Sanger from Canada now, 77.5. 5 kilos under her personal best.
160 kilo on the bar for
So 77.5. Good press, very smooth, good technique. Joe Whiteley now looking for 95 kilograms. 95 kilos, just shy of a personal best. And practicing what she preaches, giving the instructions there to the spotter and how important that is. Now lifting off for 1,000 athletes this week. And they're not going to guess how everyone wants their bar. Set chest up. Nice light touch. Very nice press. Great opening lift there. Absolutely spot on. Very, very, very little body movement there, so all the power going to the bar. Very well done. Jody Reese from the USA now, 105. Probably moved a little slower than I was expecting. Really expecting that to shoot up. But she gets the job done. Melissa Copeland now, 105. So 105 kilograms.
Heavy. 177.5 kilo. Change. 175 kilo on the bar, please.
And that's a good opening lift right there. Very good opening lift. And that's all green openers in the 84 plus. We have a look on the board, and Joe Whitley's put in the 97.5, so taking that 2.5 kilo jump. And I think that it's a really, really smart move. If you look at her projected total, she is in a really good position to maybe challenge for a podium finish. And add on the little bits here and the little bits there, and just see if you can add on maybe an extra 7.5 kilos over the whole bench press. Can make a big difference. So a smart decision. Susan Manninen now, Finland, 70 kilograms. So just shy of her personal best. Ooh, it's stagnant in the middle. Did it dip though? Let's wait and see. It did. She got great speed off the chest, and then it just seemed to stop. Yeah, it moved around all over the place. She pulled that bar to her chest so fast. Bridget Lawrenson, 82.5.
What's the weight? It's 177.5 kilo. That's the state now. Canada.
And that looks like a good lift. It is. So Barbara Klassen, 82.5. A big personal best. They're going for the 5 kilo jump. puts it up for a big personal best. 3 white lights. Krista Sanger now from Canada, 82.5. This will equal her personal best. She's having to fight. She gets it back to the top. But no, that barge is tipping around. That 5 kilos is proving to be too much. Joe White there, Great Britain, 97.5. So equal to her personal best. Equal to a personal best of 97.5, and just chipping away at that total. And that looks like a good lift. It is. She gets that one on. And gives the fan club a bit of a wave in the crowd there. Jody Reese now, USA 110. That's a big lift. She had to put in a bit of a fight for that. That left-hand side just didn't want to come up. But she gets the 3 white lights. So Melissa Copeland from the USA, 110 as well. Melissa Copeland, 110, and I'm joined in the box now by none other than Ryan Sixpack Lapadat.
How you doing, sir?
And it's getting exciting over here.
Yeah, looks like it.
And grinds that one up a little bit. That should be a good lift though, and it is.
Looking at the scorecard, almost as many misses as hits in 84. That's
the 84 has got a little bit crazy in the third lifts there.
Yeah, even the seconds looks like that's a good sign of a highly competitive class.
And the 84 pluses, it's an interesting class, this one. I mean, Joe Whiteley came into this one, she talked to me yesterday. She said, I'm just going to have some fun. I'm probably not really in a position to really go after top medals. And here she is in the bench press. She's already taken home a medal in the squats. Now she's looking at taking home a medal in the bench, and she's looking like taking home a medal overall if she can keep her wits about her.
I think she was just trying to be low-key when she was talking to you.
Just trying to fly under the radar.
That's
there.
right.
But right now, Susan Manninen from Finland, and she missed this on her second. She drops it really fast into her chest. It's a super fast style.
Yeah.
And got it worked out that time though.
Now it's back. Yeah,
It's a super fast descent though, isn't it?
when it's that quick, it's tough to control and coil the spring, get the lats tight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a slow descent. I like to really pull those lats back, let them really tighten right up. So Krista Sanger, 82.5. Another miss on a second. Just giving some instructions there of how she wants the lift out.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes I've seen lifters come out, go over how they want the lift off, and hit the same bench that they had previously missed, and it makes a difference.
It can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
You know, one of my philosophies with athletes is tell the spotter what you want.
Yeah.
You know, and the other one is obviously be adaptable, because you're not in your gym. You know, your coach isn't lifting off for you now.
Yeah, you can't really be shy in terms of instructions for your lift off.
And you know what? It makes the spotter's job a lot easier too. Chest comes up high. That's a nice lift. Good technique on that one.
Redemption is one attempt away. Nicely done.
Kept that chest up through the whole lift. If we get a chance to see the replay there,
There it is.
you can see she pops that chest up and it stays up through the whole lift,
Look at
keeping her shoulders back.
Look at the angle on that arch. The shoulders right underneath the touch point.
Yeah, that was great technique.
Yep.
Bridget Lawrenson from Norway, 87.5.
This will be a personal best for her.
Yeah, a few of these ladies hitting PBs on their second lifts, which is really good.
And this is the place to do it.
If you want to get one, the world stage. So 87.5. A little too heavy, I think.
Brakes came on quick, as it does with the bench press sometimes.
Yeah, everything can feel good. It flies off the chest for that 1 inch, and then it just stops.
Yep.
Barbara Klaassen, the Netherlands, 87.5. She's had a pretty good day so far as well.
Just blowing by her previous best. 10 kilo, which is big jump on the
Yeah,
bench
I mean,
press.
it's a huge jump. She's done 5 kilo on the first and a 5 on the second, which are big, big jumps.
And open with her personal best, so training has gone well.
Yeah, she's had a very, very good block of training, I'd say. That extra 5 slowed her down a little bit there. A little bit too much. Probably would have been better off with a 2.5 kilo to the third. So Joe Whiteley now looking for that 100 kilos, the elusive 100 kegs.
You know, Joe is going to be in a battle on the podium there in terms of what medal she's going to get. Her and the American look pretty tightly contested, even in the deadlifts.
And she's doing the smart thing too in the bench press here. She's doing a really smart thing. She opened, she put 2.5 kilos on, and just now another 2.5 kilos. You know, and if she can get all 3, another 7.5 kilos, that's another 5 kilos.
And that's how tight the race is going to be. Every kilo is going to count. Don't get greedy.
Yep, just got to take the little bits. Now, her second was tough, but it wasn't a huge grind. She's going to have to work this one though. And wow, I think that's a good lift. I think she's going to get the 100. She does.
She's happy.
And she is over the moon about that one.
I think the attempt selection was right on the money.
Yeah, spot on the dime on that one. So now we've got Jodie Reese from the USA, 115. And they've gone, she's gone, 105, added 5, then added another 5. Still well under her personal best though, so.
Yeah, it's interesting, but there is, there's travel, time zone change, and who knows what she's dealing with in terms of injuries.
Her 110 moved pretty well. I'm always a little hesitant in bench press about taking those big jumps though.
Yeah.
We've got a problem with the rack height. And now, chief referee on it, telling her to stop the clock, reset. So basically what happens is if there is something wrong with the load or the rack heights, the chief referee will stop the clock and restart it while they reset the rack, so that athlete gets the full minute time to set up. And of course those newer Lico racks make it a lot quicker for the guys to change rack heights.
Beautiful rack. Oh, just a little too much, you know.
Extra 5.
And that was 5 kilos she might need down the road.
Yeah, I mean, if she had thrown on the 2.5 kilos, that's 2.5 she'd have. Now instead, she only gets the 5 kilos.
You got to look at it as it's 5 kilo less you have to deadlift.
That's right. So now Melissa Copeland from the USA, she wants 115 as well. So she has the gold medal in the bench without this lift, I think, on weight.
Yep.
So she'll take home the gold in the bench. Reese will take home the silver, and Joe Whiteley will take home the bronze.
But again, at the bigger picture, she's in the lead in the projected, but not by an insurmountable
It's not
lead.
a huge number.
5 kilo will help keep that spread.
Oh, she put the fight in, and she gets it to the top. And it's on the board.
There you go.
2-1. That's a good lift. Yeah, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, that 5 kilos now, makes that spread a little bit bigger.
You breathe a little bit easier. It's not over. You've seen how quickly people can make jumps in the deadlift event, but certainly 5 kilos is going to help.
Yeah. We're back here in 10 minutes, and we'll watch these girls battle it out for a deadlift party. Welcome back to Helsingborg, Sweden, the IPF 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships, and we are just about to get our deadlift party underway. And of course, none other than Ryan Sixpack Lavidat has joined me in the commentary box. What do you think?
Well, looks like we got ourselves an extremely tight showdown here.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, between Sweden's own, the host nation, and Vicky Hood from Canada.
Jody Poxon now, Republic of South Africa, 130.
You know, we were just talking about off air how energy management, when it comes to deadlifts, you only got a couple big deadlifts in you. So you don't want one of those big deadlifts to be your opener because you got 2 more to go, and that's when you start failing your third, opening the door for someone else to take your position, move ahead of you.
Yeah, it's a bit like a game of poker. I mean, you don't want to show your hand on that first deadlift. Mia Ornell from Sweden, 140. You know, all the other coaches are watching all the lifts to put their numbers in and things like that. If you open on something tough, you know, they can sort of see the cracks starting to shape. And
yep. You know, it's funny you say that. I remember the Canadian coaching staff yesterday when I was lifting for my second attempt saying exactly that. I need you to pull this fast and easy and convince the other lifters and coaching staff that the number I'm about to put in for your last is legit, and it was just a placeholder.
That's
so they
right.
chase you.
Yeah, it's a big game out there.
There's strategy.
Pia Marangoni from Republic of South Africa, 140 kilograms.
Wow.
Fast and quick. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 140. Now, she's a very powerful lifter. And I think probably my favorite Norwegian name, Christina Grimstad Nordstrand. And that's a good opening lift.
That's exactly it. Once you hit it, your total is established, and now you could start gambling a little bit.
That's it. You want to get this one on the board. You want a nice, easy opener. Get it on the board. You've established your total. Then you can start to play the game. So Pia Volkanen from Finland, 155. About 10 kilos under her personal best. Solid lockout.
Yep. Hips come through, locks it out nice and smooth. 3 white lights.
Nice and convincing. I like to see that lockout to be really convincing.
Ready.
Paula Rakuzo from Great Britain, 160. She's been having a good day and looks like she's been enjoying herself.
Yeah. Down.
A little bit of movement side to side there, but certainly didn't seem to give her any problems.
Yeah, the positive momentum continues for her.
Anna Lejo from New Zealand, 160.
This is 32.5 kilo below her personal best, so I'm expecting this to fly off the ground.
Yeah, she's been looking really strong today.
Oh. Okay.
Probably a little slower than I was expecting it to be. Maybe the energy reserves are getting a little bit low.
Yeah, it was definitely work, wasn't it?
Yeah, the energy reserves are just starting to sink a little bit. You see she's not really happy with that and having a pretty big conversation about her next lift there.
Yeah, they had to deliberate.
Lorraine McKenna from Ireland.
Pretty wide grip.
Very wide grip.
Down.
Does make the range of motion a lot longer when you do that.
Yeah, it's always an interesting maneuver. I mean, it really activates the back a lot too. You know, the lats, the rectus spinae, even the multifidi really start to work a lot harder.
Yeah, you can't really pull your shoulders back as easy when you're spread out.
Ready.
Frida Hanel from Sweden.
Host nation.
165.
And Frida is at the top of the heap here. Wow.
That's a good convincing opening lift, that one.
Yep. Gosh.
Other coaches, they're watching on, they're looking at her thinking, yeah, she's got more in the tank there.
Yeah, and she's looking for a podium finish. What color is her medal going to be? We'll have to see. She has plenty left in the tank in her deadlift, that's for sure.
Hilda Vertvik from Norway, 167 and a half. She's had an up and down sort of day. Let's see how her deadlift moves.
Wow.
Deadlift moves quite well.
Yeah.
Smooth all the way.
Establishes her total.
Emma Keeley from Ireland, 170. Ireland having a pretty big team this year.
Yeah, I noticed that in all the sessions I was commentating as well.
Yeah, they've sent a pretty big team. I think Jay said there's about 35 lifters, I think, maybe.
Very smooth pull.
Yeah, looks good. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain, training out of Peak Barbell in Newark, the UK, under the great James Brinkett Smith. And she had a great performance on bench, even gave a great happy dance for the camera.
You know, she's in the projected, not too far off a podium. She's got a big deadlift, obviously opening second highest. She could make a play here in this event.
She's right there. And she's got more room to move there.
The way that moved, all the other lifters got to be paying attention. She can cover some serious ground.
Now, Vicky Taylor-Hood from Canada, 180. She wants this one to be convincing. And she's already had a huge week of coaching.
Vicky, I believe, has won the Worlds in the 84 Masters.
And a good opening lift. For someone that's done so much coaching this week, she still looks fresh.
Yep.
Right, we've got all the openers on the board. All greens, now they can start playing. So Jodie Poxon, Republic of South Africa, looking for 137.5 for a personal best.
And it's in the second attempt. You start seeing some of the lifters extending a little too far, fatigue catching up, and you might see some failed lifts.
Yeah, it all comes down to that management, doesn't it?
Yep, the rankings kind of get shooken up a little.
And
Right on cue.
that was our perfect timing. That script we're using is just absolutely perfect today.
Write the script.
Yeah, and that's it. You can't afford to overextend early.
Yeah.
So Mia Ornell from Sweden, 147 and a half.
Ready.
Energy energy conservation, and you've got to have something left in the tank at the end.
You only have so many scraps in you. You can't grind out 9 lifts. You got to pick and choose your battles. Make them your third attempts. Build your total. Wowzers.
And just a little bit too heavy by the looks of it, which is surprising. It's well below her personal best. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 150. Well, let's see how this one moves. She's a very, very strong lifter. I've had the pleasure of watching her lift a few times now, and she's got a lot of fight in her. And that was a good second lift.
Picks up another 10 kilo for her total.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I'd like to, I mean, I think she'd have a fairly good shot at going for 160 there. Pia Marangoni from Republic of South Africa, 152.5.
Bar is ready.
It's a big, big breath of air in.
Down.
Good second lift.
That was probably as smooth and easy a second lift as we've seen. A lot left in the tank.
Pia Volkanen from Finland now, 167.5. And dropping up for that personal best.
Ready.
It's a 12.5 kilo jump.
It's a sizable jump.
Yeah, look, I mean, if you're watching at home, 12.5 kilos or 10 kilos doesn't sound like a lot. But when you're at the top hitting your absolute 1RMs, 1.5 kilos is a lot.
This is true. Ooh.
She's having to work for it, but she gets it there.
It looks good, but I wonder how much is left.
There's not a lot of room to pull any bigger than that.
Yeah, definitely a much more conservative jump to her third.
You'd sort of rather take that smaller jump to your second and then maybe put on that bit extra to have that big fight in your third to try and pull for an extra place. Rakuza from Great Britain now, 170. And she had a good opening lift.
Hips come forward. Nicely done.
Yeah, you can see she gets about halfway up there and remembers to push her knees out, and all of a sudden the speed starts coming.
Ready.
Lorraine McKenna from Ireland, 170. And now we start to see, as we go up the ranks here, we'll start to see some third lifts go in. And 170, there's probably another 5 or 7.5 kilos there. 10 if she had to. It'll be a big fight, but
Yep.
if it meant going for a podium, it'd be there. Anna Lejeau, 170. Her opening lift was pretty slow moving.
10 kilo jump nonetheless from there too. Holy moly.
A grind, a big grind.
Oh,
Can she
wow.
lock? She gets it to the top and locks it out. And it's a good lift.
Talk about, look, it is a great display of heart.
Absolutely. I don't know if I'd go any more than 2.5 kilos on the next one.
I don't know if I'd even go that much. You don't have a choice, but that'll be a big ask.
Can I divide that in half, please, sir? Be interested to see what she puts in. Hilda Rødvik from Norway now, 175. I remember they had quite a discussion over what was going to go in for their second lift.
Well, 7.5 kilo nonetheless.
Big breath in. Good second lift.
Maybe even better in her opener. I mean, she might be just picking up a little bit of steam.
That rolled through very, very well. Now, I've just been watching the board, waiting to see what Anna from New Zealand put in. And she's thrown in a 180 for her last, an extra 10 kilos there. Which, to be honest, I don't think is in the tank.
I mean, she can change it. You can change it twice your last deadlift attempt. It is the biggest deadlift attempt. So maybe she just wants to, well,
Yeah,
just on cue when I said
A
that.
little bit of a placeholder there.
Yeah. Maybe she just wants to see what the other lifters pull, and then she'll change her attempt.
Frida Henel, Sweden, 177.5. Oh, there's something big left in the tank for that last pull.
Agreed.
She is eyeing off Vicky Taylor-Hood and saying, you know what? If you want the gold, you're going to have to work for it.
Ready.
Emma Keeley from Ireland, 180.
10 kilo jump in a 2.5 kilo personal best if she can hit it.
Well, we know the Irish are scrappers. And she's got that fight in her.
Down.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. So Jenny Sherwood now, Great Britain, 185. So she had a good opener.
If she hits this in the projected, just 2.5 kilo off the podium, very close.
Yeah, she wants to save something in the tank for that last pull. She wants to be in a position that she can go out and pull for a medal.
She smoked her opener.
Down.
Now, it was a little tough, but it gets on the board. I mean, if they can go at the back now with the coaching team, manage her rest in this short period of time she has to turn around, get some fluids into her, get some carbohydrates into her. She's got enough left in the tank to maybe challenge for a bronze medal. So Vicky Taylor-Hood now 192.5.
Demolished her opener. I think this is going to move well.
And I can't believe how fresh she looks. I mean, she's been coaching all week. Now she's been lifting all morning.
Oh, there's a bit of a wobble at
She
the
got
top.
the 2 red lights there. Let's have a look and see with the replay.
Yeah, I seen it. I didn't right there.
Yeah, just not
It
just that late lockout sort of thing, I think.
it opens the door for the Swede. The Swedish team was watching. We'll see how it shakes up. Obviously, Vicky she's going to pull last. The Swede has 190 as her third pull. It might be a placeholder. Nonetheless, Vicky's going to do
And Vicky,
202.5.
I was just about to say I'd probably put in 200 or something like that as a placeholder.
Yeah, you could always change it.
And she did. Smart move. Jodie Poxon, Republic of South Africa, 137.5, and it's not moving today. There's nothing left in the tank, but she's had a great day and put in a huge effort. So Mia Ornell from Sweden now 147.5. So she missed this one on her second as well. Energy levels are getting low. And it's an early start for these athletes as well. I mean, they start weighing at 5:30 in the morning, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a long day. If you're a little excited the night before, you're not
Yeah.
sleeping. Oh, bares her teeth.
Putting it in. I think she's ramped that though.
She might have. Let's see what they say.
Let's see. Yeah.
Gotta agree there.
But she gave it a valiant effort.
Yeah, it was a good fight nonetheless.
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 155. It'll temporarily roll her up a couple of positions in the overall.
It'll also equal her personal best if she can hit it.
Not a bad way to finish the day. And just a little too much there. She certainly gave that a big effort, but just started to move, and just as it started to move, it rolled a little forward, and once that happens, especially on sumo, there's no bringing it back.
Shifted over to the side, and yeah, totally out of position once that happened.
Ready.
Pia Malangoni from Republic of South Africa, 162.5. Did a couple of big jumps there, 140 to 152.5, and now another 10 kilos. Going for that personal best, I think.
Yeah, jumping right into a personal best.
Oh, she gets it to the top. How clean was the lockout? Clean enough.
You know, that attempt selection was right on the money. I don't think she had a single
There
kilo in her.
wasn't much more in the tank.
Nope. Well done.
Pia Volkanen from Finland, 170.
Not often you see just a 2.5 kilo jump in the deads, but, you know, we had seen some tough second attempts.
Yeah, and hers was very tough.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Yeah, hers was a super tough second. She really had to grind it out, and it's a lot of energy to do that. It absolutely fries the nervous system. Nope, not today. Not today. She put in such a big fight in a second.
Yeah, it was.
There was just nothing she could do.
Would have been surprised.
So we go to 172.5 for now for Rakuzo from Great Britain.
Another 2.5 kilo jump.
And she's been having a great day.
She'll go 3 for 3 in deads and match her personal best. Now, see how she's practicing pulling those hips forward. And now,
There it comes. Lock
here
it
they
in.
come.
There it is.
Down.
And it works for her.
I tell
And
you
she
what,
gets it.
it was only a 2.5 kilo jump. I think it was right on the money again.
Yeah, I think 5 might have broken her.
Yep. I think it was well played.
So Lorraine McKenna now, 175. And nothing looks better than an Alico bar filled with red plates. Filled with red waffles. Lorraine McKenna from Ireland, 175. Really does have that wide grip, doesn't she?
Gonna make
She's
locking it
trying.
out tough. Getting
I
the
don't know if
shoulders
she
back.
can lock that.
It pulls your shoulders in an awkward position when
Yeah.
you're spread like that.
And it's unfortunately no lock. The other really hard thing too, when you start spreading those hands out wide, it really fires up the glutes as well. So when you get to the top of the lift, there's nothing left to squeeze to try and lock through.
The snatch grip deadlift is an assistance
It's
exercise,
an absolute killer.
but small adjustment that she can
I
make.
prefer to call the snatch grip deadlift death by deadlift.
Feels like it.
It's yeah, it really works the back and really works the glutes, the snatch grip. We use it occasionally with some of my athletes that I coach. I try not to use it too much though, 'cause it tends to interrupt the bar path and the neural memory.
This is interesting. If I could throw the attention to the scorecard, if she hits this, temporarily putting herself in the bronze medal position, should Sherwood miss her last.
Not a bad move.
Yep,
So
strategically.
Hilda Vetvik from Norway has thought this one through. You know, given the probability of hitting third list, if she can get this one, she's actually got a high probability of getting on the podium. Move fast. Oh, she's struggling to lock.
It's a big
it's
ask.
a big of a hitch there.
Yeah, I'm not
You
sure
can
that
see her,
knees are
right?
back,
She's
shoulders back.
got
Yeah.
a bit of a smile on her face. And it's a no lift.
I tell you what, I respect the fact she tried to
She tried
sell it to the
convince- yeah,
judges.
she tried to sell that one.
They're not buying. They're not buying.
Tried to sell that one, and you can see the Canadian coach racing out with a change. I swear he was wearing a Polish shirt then.
And what's the change going to?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing though.
You know, because Vicky, the Canadian lifter, Vicky Taylor Hood, weighed in heavier, so she can't pull to tie.
She has to wait. So Emma Keeley's got 182.5.
And you would think they want to see what the Swede pulls if she's successful, so we'll see.
So 182.5 for Emma Keeley. Oh, she's putting in the fight of her life. She is not going to quit.
Oh, wow, plenty of heart.
And just couldn't get it there. She gave that absolutely everything.
It was not a lack of effort. She left it all on the platform. That's all you can do.
Now, Anna Lejeau from New Zealand,
Ready.
her opening lift was tough. Her second lift was even tougher, and now she's put in a 182.5.
And that's the biggest jump
to
yet.
try and pull for a medal. So this will put her up into silver, but if you look at her other two lifts,
I would have pulled for bronze.
yeah, I mean, and I think even that was a stretch.
And that's probably a stretch, but if you're going to pull for a medal, but she could prove us wrong.
For a second there, she had me convinced that she was going to get that. She certainly gave it her best shot.
Bit of a Hail Mary pass.
So Frida Hanel now from Sweden looks for 185.
Expect the Canadian coaching staff to be paying very close attention.
Ready.
Frida hits this. She moves ahead of Vicky Taylor Hood and forces the Canadian to hit her last dead.
This is it. 185. Big personal best. Look fast. Oh, I think she might have leant forward into the bar dip there.
Let's see what the judges say.
Hard to see from the front. And
good.
she gets it on the board. Wow.
And that throws all the pressure. Team Canada coming to the booth right now for a change.
Now, we've got Team Canada. They making a change.
Yep.
And Jenny Sherwood now 192.5. So But Jenny, she has the bronze medal. She's had the absolute time of her life. I'm sure her coach sitting back in the UK, James Brinkett-Smith, is on the edge of his seat at the moment.
This is also a gold medal in deads if she can get it.
Come on, she's going to fight all the way, but it's just too much.
The engine was revving.
She's absolutely fine. She's just a bit of a lightheaded there.
Yeah.
But she gave that absolutely everything she had. But she will take home the bronze medal, and I imagine there's one very, very proud coach watching this at home.
I can only
What
imagine.
a performance, and I imagine her kids sitting there cheering as well. So now Vicky Taylor-Hood, 197.5.
Look, this is the biggest deadlift she's ever pulled, and it will win her the world championships. It does not get more dramatic than this.
She's got to pull for the gold. Her second lift, strength-wise, wasn't a major issue.
She's fired up.
She saved this aggression. Oh, it's just a little too much.
Just a stitch
She
too much.
gave it everything. So she'll take home the silver medal. Yeah, she'll take home the silver medal overall. So Hanel from Sweden takes home the gold. Taylor-Hood from Canada the silver, and Sherwood comes out of nowhere and takes the bronze medal overall, and she ends up with a gold medal in the deadlift on body weight. And you look at that board there and those last lifts, it's nearly all red. You play the probabilities.
You know, that's an indication of just how competitive that field was. Everybody pushing themselves to the limit and beyond.
So we move straight now into the 84+ class. And we've got Bridget Lawrenson from Norway, 130 kilograms. And this one is going to be a battle as well. There's not a whole lot separating those top three positions.
No, and especially not when you consider we're in the deadlift event, 84 kilo plus. You know, 20 kilos is one missed lift.
Yeah, and I mean, this one's going to be a little bit tougher. It's a short field, 7 lifters.
Very
so,
short.
You know, they're going to really have to manage their attempts to have something in the tank for that last one.
Looking at the 84 kilo class, how many missed lifts we've seen there, you can see how quickly things can shake up.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a difference. I mean, you look, Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain took the gold in the deadlift, and basically because, the front runners couldn't hit their numbers. And she pulled like an absolute champion as well. So Susan Meninen from Finland now, 160, and she gets it on the board. So Krista Sanger from Canada, 160. And the Canadian team has sent a pretty big team as well, mate.
We're well represented. We usually fare pretty well in the Masters as well.
And great to have you in the Masters this year.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Wear it with pride, my friend. Wear it with pride.
Is she timing out?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I wonder why. I mean,
So
if she doesn't hit a dead,
I didn't see.
she doesn't solidify her total.
I
Unless
don't think she is timing out. I mean, usually the technical controller there would come out and give us a bit of a wave.
unless she's hurt or something happened back there. We don't have eyes on the back. Oh, here she comes.
And she's just misjudged and misorganized.
But
Grip
you know
and
what?
rip, grip and rip.
Grip and rip. You don't need a start command. Oh my gosh. That was literally a second too late.
Timed out, unfortunately.
Literally 1 second.
Not quite sure what happened. It was quite unusual for that to happen to the Canadian team. And they're very well organised.
Yep, you never know what happened back there. But obviously, strength is not an issue.
Barbara Klaassen, 170. If only we knew a Canadian that could find out what happened.
I'll just say it wasn't meant to be.
And a good opening dead.
Yep, that's what you want your dead opener to look like.
Joe Whiteley now, Great Britain. 180.
She is relatively close to be able to threaten for that overall gold.
If she could be a little bit conservative on the first and the second. I mean, Joe has a big fight in her lifts.
Part of it will be if she feels threatened that she has to defend the silver. If she doesn't feel threatened, you risk nothing to go for the gold with your last pull.
Yeah, she can get herself in a position where she's secure. Squeezes it up. And you can see why she gets the nickname Stoneface. Nothing changes.
And that moved well.
And we're going to have a little bit of a discussion with the coach. What should we do? Jody Reese now from the USA, 185. And there is not a lot of time to turn around between these lifts, and that's going to make it even tougher for the coaches trying to pick these next lifts because you've got about 7.5 minutes rest.
Yeah, look, yesterday when I was backstage, the coaches are telling me you're 6 out. These ladies, as soon as they walk backstage, they're already 6 out. You already start getting ready. You got to lift soon. No rest.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. I mean, I have my athlete at 5 out. I have my athlete standing with me, 10 feet from the door, ready to go, and that's when I start getting them in the mindset.
You almost can't even turn around.
So when you've got 7 lifters in a flight, once you've done your lift, okay, come here, time to get you back in the mindset again.
Physically, you don't have time to recoup, and mentally, you have to stay on. You can't relax.
Melissa Copeland, 190.
Melissa is
good lockout.
Yeah, and she's pulling herself into a great position as well. At the top, it's tight. We have a cluster of lifters. Copeland, if you look at the projected, 2.5 kilo above Joe Whiteley. Now, Copeland hasn't put in her second attempt yet, but nonetheless, the podium looks pretty close.
Yeah, there is just a feather in it. So, Bridget Lawrenson now, 145. And I have to take the opportunity to pay homage to the Alico bars. If you treated a gym bar like these things get treated, with this much weight, this much pounding, by the end of the day, you wouldn't have a bar. And these Alico bars, we'll use these for the entire 2 weeks, and they'll probably do more work in the months to come after that as well.
That's why they're the preferred bar of the powerlifter.
And that's a good lift. So now we should have Kate Sanger from Canada, 160. She's there and ready to go this time.
She took it easy. It was absolutely no question. Like literally with very quick and rush setup, smoked it.
She was almost in on time.
We're talking a second. I'm expecting this to fly and then a big jump for her last pull. Yep.
Yeah, good luck. Now, how big a jump does she take? She's got plenty in the tank.
Definitely has plenty of tank. It depends on where they want to put her in the overall.
So Susan Manninen from Finland now, 175.
Ready.
So this will equal her personal best.
What do you think?
I think there's going to be a no lift. After a first lift, I didn't think that was going to be so tough.
It
It
is
was
a 15.
a 15 kilo jump, though,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It's a big jump.
You can't hitch it or use your legs at all to assist you in terms of the bar resting on them, sliding
Yeah,
up. Like,
and there was,
like
I
a
mean, there
ramp.
was definitely a bit of ramping or a bit of resting on that one.
Yeah, look, we're not even as close as the refs, and we can see from here.
Barbara Klassen from the Netherlands now 180. That's a good second lift. So it's going to get interesting because if Joe Whiteley can put on this lift 190, she's going to open up that gap a little bit.
Yeah, she could make it so if Copland misses her final dead, she could take the gold, but she does have to worry about
Yeah,
the
and
other American threatening her silver.
And this lift here, I mean, this will open up the gap a little bit more between second and third.
It's worked though.
Boy, it moved fast off the floor, but it slowed down
You know,
pretty
it's
fast.
in the Jody Reese is a bigger deadlifter. She gets a pull after
Yeah.
Joe, and the way that last lift just moved for Joe, you know,
Yeah,
it's
you'd want to be careful with that one.
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, look, and they've done the right thing. They put it in 195.
I think 5 kilo jump is appropriate.
And going to protect that silver unless an opportunity presents.
I have to pay very close attention how this moves. It'd be a good indicator if she's within striking distance of challenging Joe's silver medal.
Oh, twists.
Yeah, it was
You
interesting.
know, I think
lift there.
strength-wise, she's within striking distance.
Strong all day, no question. It's an interesting twist. If
Yeah, look, I mean, personally, I think she has the strength in her, and it'd be a very, very big risk to give her the opportunity to pull for your silver.
I tell you what, her bronze is not threatened, so she might as well load
Yeah,
the bar.
she's in the
and
perfect
threaten
position
the
to
silver,
give it a go. But right now, Melissa Copeland, 200 kilograms, and this is a really important lift.
She really wants to dash the hopes of Joe Whiteley and just let her, convince her, protect your silver, don't eye my gold.
Yeah, and that's a convincing lift, and that lift sends a message and said, you know what, don't come after me because I've got plenty in my tank.
Look behind you for my
Yeah.
teammate.
Yeah, look
don't look ahead of you.
your silver.
Clean up
Yeah,
your own
and
backyard
that'd be the
first.
smart thing to do.
I'd have to agree, sir.
Bridget Lawrenson from Norway, 155. Yeah, that was a very good 200 kilo second lift. So Bridget Lawrenson from Norway will look at 155, personal best.
Copeland and the U.S. team just put in a 210 final lift. It's probably a placeholder. You could change that final attempt twice. She's just going to pull whatever she has to solidify the win. And if the win's already solidified by the time she pulls, she can have fun. Pressure's off.
Yeah, it's always nice getting that last lift with no pressure.
Yep, you can go all in. No stress. Risk nothing.
And it's not going to get there.
Trouble came just at the thighs.
Yeah, she got it off the ground really well. But then that was it. So Krista Sanger now from Canada, 172 and a half.
So we were thinking, she handled 160. She missed it on the first only by timing out. She actually hit it. Took it again for the second. Fairly smooth, and we're thinking probably a big attempt.
Yeah, look,
Jump.
I was thinking maybe 175. 172 and a half. It's 12 and a half kilos. I mean, it isn't a huge jump, but it's still a fairly decent sized jump. If she hadn't actually pulled her first lift when the timer hit, probably could have gone at 175 or even more. But she used up that bit of energy. think 175, 177 and a half might have been a even better one. But she gets it on the board and
you know what,
breathes a big sigh of relief.
You could tell by how emotional and happy she is.
Yeah.
This is, obviously they picked the right call. If your lifter leaves with that kind of response to the lift, fair play then. It's not going to do a major shakeup in the overall rankings regardless.
Suzanne Manninen from Finland, 175. So she missed this on her second. Form was just, technique was just all over the place. The legs popped out, she ramped it.
Can she adjust? Well, didn't look
She
as bad.
almost did the same thing.
I think she pulled him back without ramping this time. We'll see what the judges say. They agree.
Yeah, you could almost see her knees pop forward
They-
on that one. But
they
she
wanted
just
to.
remembered.
Yeah, not this time.
And that
Well done.
right hand, the grip was starting to go. I think they held it for another second. It would have gone. Barbara Klaassen, Netherlands, 187 and a half.
Bar is ready.
This is 7.5 kilos over her previous personal best.
That's interesting. Jodie Reese put in a 205, and that would give her a 485 total, which is equal to Jo Whiteley if she misses her third.
But
She's
she's
on body weight.
she's
She needed to put in
heavier.
207 and a half.
I can only assume the Americans are going to bump that up.
I would imagine so.
They're going to watch Joe lift, though.
Yeah.
So Joe goes
Yeah, they've got
first.
the opportunity of watching
Yeah.
Joe lift first.
Yeah. So if Joe misses, they drop it down.
Well, here comes Jo Whiteley now from Great Britain. And she has a lot of fight in her. And she's not going to quit on this.
She is on the podium. What color is her medal? Half of it is going to depend on this lift, half of it on the next lift. She has to do her job. She's protecting the silver.
Oh, that move fast off the floor. Stand it up. Squeeze the glutes through. That's it. Come on.
Yeah, the shoulders back. It's going to be
I reckon
tight.
she's got this. It's
It's
going to be really
50-50.
close.
50-50.
Yes, it's on the board. So now the American's going to have to pull 207 and a half. Well, what does she need to pull now? 212 and a half. Yep, there it is.
And she might as well. It's the right call by the Americans.
Absolutely. She's
The
got
bronze
nothing
is
to lose.
secure.
She's in the bronze medal position. You need to put in that big number and give it a crack. You've got nothing to lose.
If you risk nothing, yeah, why not pull for the silver?
Yep.
It'd be a huge personal best for her if she can do it.
So Melissa Copeland now, 210. So still shy of her personal best.
Nope. Not today.
Not happening. Not going to happen today.
But she didn't need it.
Has the gold medal in her bag already.
Yeah. Now here's the dramatic conclusion. Jody is, all eyes on platform one. You know Team Great Britain is back there watching the monitors.
Oh yeah, they're all standing around there. This is a 212 and a half. This is for a silver medal. It is a big, big pull.
Yeah, it's a big ask. It's a
But
huge personal
She
best for
is
her.
super strong and has been all day.
Oh, it's not from a lack of strength. She has all types of horsepower in this engine. Can she pull it off?
Pulling for a silver medal. She has the bronze. She wants to do a swap.
Little too much.
But it's just that fraction too much, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? Fair play. You might as well
Absolutely.
load it up.
I would have done exactly the same thing. Your bronze is safe.
Yep.
You never know when a Hail Mary is going to come off. It sometimes works. So Copeland takes away the gold medal, Whiteley with the silver, and Reese with the bronze. And it all comes down to that last lift. We talk about it all the time. Don't go too far away. We're going to have the medal ceremonies very soon. And of course, we will be back again in about an hour's time. And we'll be having the M193 men and the M1 105 men as well.